MJF has finally broken his silence about the confrontation with Britt Baker backstage at AEW Dynamite 250. He did so in an interview with Cultaholic.com. Kero, I believe we have the audio that we're going to take a listen to. Here's what MJF had to say.
So here is the audio clip. Let's listen to it in a little bit sped up version.
There's been all these reports of a backstage incident, a blow-up, whatever you want to call it, with Dr. Britt Baker.
Very real. Yes, it all happened. Hey, tell me if this passes the smell test, okay. Asshole? I barge into a woman's locker room. I scream in the face of an 110-pound woman, and then I physically threaten her by punching a wall in her vicinity, and I don't get suspended. Does that pass the smell test to you?
No.
Interesting.
I read a correction which then said you didn't barge into the locker room.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough corrections because almost everything that was written didn't happen.
Okay.
Listen, everybody has coworkers at work they may not get along with. I have a feeling that this was blown out of proportion because all of the English wrestling commentary places that make money off of people like me who are far more rich and talented and handsome and humble need clickbait. I can sit here and I can say wrestling is a very competitive sport. It breeds a level of insecurity like no other. However, I can easily, sitting here, I can put over any talent, regardless of whether or not I like them as a human being. I can sit here and I can tell you that Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné at Wembley on August 25th is going to be an epic match.
It's huge, yeah.
And we should all be excited to watch it. I don't have to like all my coworkers, and that's fine. But yeah, dude, that was wild to read.
Yeah.
Wild to read.
So that's it right there. I forgot to put it on 1.5. Doesn't matter. Shout out to Cultaholic for that piece of information, the interview. But fellas, you heard what MJF has said about the situation. Seems to be coming at this from a professional angle. But yeah, I'll throw it to you guys. What do you think?
Any bomb. Tell him. Unmute yourself and tell him.
He can't speak the voice of the voice.
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't trying to interrupt y'all listening to MJF speak that bull-ish, because what does he even talk about? He's like, this is, I couldn't believe these stories were going around. They're just ridiculous stories. I couldn't believe them when I was reading it. Okay, well, tell us what happened. He didn't elaborate on it or anything. He was just like, it's not true. But people at work sometimes don't like each other. You know what? I think the story is absolutely true. Maybe not 100%, but there's some truth to it. I don't see people saying he punched a wall if he didn't punch a wall. So I think something happened where he did approach the women's locker room and he probably punched a wall. I don't know. Now he's saying, do you think I would really be suspended if this happened? Well, I mean, you got to think about guys like John Cena. He's done a lot of stuff we've heard about, and he's gotten away with it, where the person who was actually being violated got suspended or fired or sent to NXT.
Yeah.
This is just how it works in wrestling. I mean, he's not fooling me with this interview, but Big Om, you seem to not agree. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I don't agree with you. I want to be clear. I think, look, what MJF was referring to there was not like the story that there was a confrontation, wasn't true. Right, I think he kind of implied there was something. You're not going to get along with your coworkers. He acknowledged that. What he was speaking to and the thing he was trying to dispel was this idea that he barged into the women's locker room, which was something that, there are a lot of Twitter accounts that were aggregating wrong information. They weren't even reading the original reporting that anyone said. Even Dave Meltzer didn't even say that in his spiel when he was talking about this. The story that was reported was Britt Baker was saying something that Alicia told MJF, and then MJF knocked on the women's locker room door and had a heated discussion, walked away, and down the hall ended up punching a wall. That is what has been reported. That is largely what has been kind of accepted to be the truth. But at no point has anyone reported that MJF barged in. He allegedly asked for permission before he came in. He said, he asked everyone in the locker room's permission before he went in. I think that's what he's trying to dispel. It's less salacious and all that kind of stuff. And to the point of oh, well, why didn't he tell us what went down? I mean, the reality is like none of our business. At the end of the day, we're being real about it. Like it really is none of our business. Like as he said, these things happen in workplaces.
It's public. These are public figures. When stories come out, they make it our business. So I don't agree with that.
I mean, it's as much of our business as it gets out. To be honest with you, like if it doesn't get out, there's no reason for him to really say like what benefit is it going to be if he said to him. Like let's be honest, right? There's gonna be no benefit.
I feel like if you're not going to address the situation and tell everybody what happened, don't address it at all.
Yeah,
he did said it's not true. It's not true.
Yeah, don't talk about it at all. That's the way it's gonna go away.
I mean, that's guy. I don't.
Yeah, don't talk about it at all.
I'm on an island.
Brian, what do you think? Should he have spoke about this at all if he wasn't going to break the situation down and what actually happened?
I think he was trying to clear up his name a little bit with the whole locker room thing. Cause like from my perspective, bro, when I first heard like, oh, he barged into the locker room and stuff, I'm like, hey, bro, that's a crazy report. You know what I'm saying? Cause that could be disrespectful in so many ways, bro. There could be naked women. There could be, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So, I definitely like the fact that he cleared up his name, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was all about that. It don't got to be hit. He don't got to break it down for me, bro. I really don't care that much. It's just funny hearing it. Like every other day, I hear some report on AEW. So that's just my 2 cents.
Big Valentine.
It looks like another CM Punk situation in the making. These things keep going on. You know what I mean? Like this unrest. But yeah, Brian, you're right. I just remember the Andrade stuff from all the way back then. Ricky Starks has problems. Like Dustin Rhodes was crashing out. Mm-hmm. Like everyone's crashing out. AEW locker room, chill, man. You guys are making so much money. Yeah. Milking a billionaire. Just chill. Just enjoy the ride. What are you even doing here? I mean, in the video, he's even dressed up like his idol Cody Rhodes, right? Like a politician. And yeah, he did play a game of politics there. He just, called the news reporters, the podcasters, like, oh, they're hungry for clickbaits and stuff like that, just throwing the blame around. Was it exaggerated, this whole story? Most likely, more than likely. But there's no smoke if there's no fire. So I feel like I'm in Camp Kenny Bomb in this one when it comes to the fact that there's definitely something more legible here, tangible. And he just decided to say, no, it didn't happen, but I'm not going to tell you what happened, though. And maybe the situation will calm down and we'll forget about this, the next day. If we don't, though, he's going to eventually actually going to have to start telling us what's going to happen because, yeah, he's a public figure. So we'll see. This is usually like whether the people like it or not, how it ends up shaking up anyways. That's why you see like mostly when it comes to the YouTubers, oh, I don't want to do this drama video, but then they do 20 million of them because like at some point you have to clear your name or you have to come up with an answer. Otherwise, the other side, if they're lying, if they're trying to throw dirt into your name, they're going to do it. You're just going to let them do it. You cannot do that. And so right now, I feel like it's a stalemate. We might see this situation develop, but from everything I'm seeing, I feel like we're going to move past this. If something like this in the future happens, though, it's going to go ahead and stick now. If MJF is not going to elaborate further on this.
I think the thing I'm struggling to understand is what is there to clear based off of what was reported.
If barging into a woman's locker room,
he did
that's
not.
Okay.
No one reported that. Nobody.
Yeah, it was reported.
It was reported. I heard it too. If all of us heard it, then it was reported.
It was No, it was That's here's the real issue. Every report about this was not that he barged in. Every report was that he approached the women's locker room. Fightful Select then reported that he had knocked and asked permission, and then that was corroborated by another.
That was the second report.
No. The first report was that he approached the women's locker room. Barging in and approaching are different. The way this was aggregated by bullcrap wrestling YouTube accounts and bullcrap wrestling Twitter accounts was absolutely done in an unprofessional and disgusting way. Because I understand it too. Look, we all make we all do this, right? We all do YouTube. We all do. There's a little bit of
big old. No.
Let me finish my thought.
Is it okay for a man to even approach the women's locker room?
if he has the permission of his coworkers,
you know what's going on behind that door.
No,
So
there
you
was
shouldn't be over there at all.
Oh my god, you
Come on, bro. You can't.
Jenny Bomb. See, like you looking. See, this is,
bro. You can't.
This is a situation. I love you, bro, but you part of the problem right now.
Why are you, as a man, approaching
a
woman anyway in an aggressive manner? So
like,
do you think he just went to the locker room and said, "Hey, Britt, I just got a question. Did you say this to my girlfriend, or were you guys saying this?"
We weren't there. We weren't there. But
that's not what happened. You are not going to be upset and approach a woman in that way.
Bombington, I am telling you that what was reported was not what people were talking about. Was not the report that you read, and that is the problem. Because
forget the report.
Everyone's just talking out of their butts.
Let's talk about the situation. Do you think this was an unhostile situation on MJF's part?
Punching a wall, so we don't know.
It wasn't. I mean, if you're approaching the woman's locker room, if you're mad enough to approach a woman's locker room, then you approach that woman with aggression. If you got a problem with Britt Baker, where I'm from, you address it with Adam Cole. So why are you approaching the woman's locker room in any way? Either you deal with Adam Cole, or you go to Tony Khan and you like, hey, this is going on, and you let Tony Khan take care of it.
Yeah, why?
But as a man, why are you even rolling up on a woman like that?
Location is interesting. You can text her, say, let's meet somewhere, not in the locker room. Or catch her while she's not in the locker room.
Catch her outside. How about that?
I guess, yeah, that like tells me that he was so angry that he didn't care. Like, where's Britt Baker? Oh, she's there? Okay, I'm going there to the locker room, wherever she is.
That shows aggression. I don't care where she is. I'm going to take care of this right now.
That's an amazing way to spin things.
There's no place in this situation where MJF is right. Just to be honest, I'm an MJF guy. I love the man to death, but why are you rolling up on a woman like this?
I think you are allowed to approach your coworkers and talk about disagreements or arguments you're having. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to try to work it out.
What we're saying it obviously
didn't
do it in the locker room.
Why you gotta do it in the locker room for one? For two, this is a woman.
What she was. That's why she won't
approach women. I don't care what's going on, bro.
No, you and Kero act as if he came in there and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm MJF."
Use the words of Big Om, a wise man named Big Om. We weren't there, so we can't say how he approached her. The point is, he approached her.
Talking about what was reported, it is universally agreed on by all the sources that reported on this situation that MJF asked for permission.
So it's universally agreed on what happened, but MJF is saying it didn't happen.
He's saying that he didn't barge in Kenny Bomb. Are you listening to a single word that I'm saying, bro?
He's saying this. We just heard it. He said this didn't happen. He said, "Oh yeah, this is very true. This whole thing is true." No, it's not true. It's not happening.
No. Oh my god, dude. He was. I don't know what to tell you. He was
about it. It's fine. It's nothing. Like no,
obviously talking about the salaciousness and like the way that this kind of blew out of proportion. He literally said that. Not my fault. You didn't watch the quote.
Y'all heard the clip just like I heard the clip. So let us know in the comment section, what do y'all think about this whole situation? Now, apparently Britt Baker is a troublemaker, so I'm not cleaning her name at all. I'm saying MJF, as a man, if you got a problem with this woman, you take it up with her man, not her. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Let's get 100 likes on this video, and don't forget to kiss that ring.